Alright, everybody. Not frozen. I'm just, I had to get my tablet. Alright. That. World of rock cans. Oh my gosh, Kyle's live. Look at that. What we got so far? We have Kyle. Hi there, Kyle. And then we have Adrian Anderson, Betty. And there's Doug. And there's Amy. Amy. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. Oh, man. One of mine. I'm sorry. Yeah, here in Corvallis, it's not frozen. I mean, it's wet. We have the liquid version of what you're dealing with. Hi there, John. Hi there, Janet. Get my tablet set up here. Perfect. Make sure we're on live chat on this phone right here. I have a lot of devices. Ooh, what the heck was that? What is that? Automatic chat translation. I'm going to turn that off. That's what that is. I'm going to screenshot that, actually. That saves me one less thing to do. I was going to look up and see how to turn that off, and it was right there. Cool. All right, there we go. That's done. So, a lot of you should know that we had a large opal get adopted this weekend, and we're not gonna polish it, but we are going to get rid of all the grinding marks. So it's this opal right here, and if you look at it, we have all those grinding marks, and we're gonna get those out. That way, this looks nicer. If it ever is, briefly dried off to look at it. But we're going to get rid of all those grinding marks. It shouldn't take too long. This should be fairly easy since we're not polishing it. And the best part, because for those that don't know, Ethiopian opals, when you're working them, the ones that you wear for jewelry, you gotta be careful because sometimes they can crack and craze if they dry out. This I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about it. I can use as much water as I want. And for this, at the same time, thank you, Janet. At the same time, I'm going to record. So we have two cameras going at the same time. We have you guys right here. We're live there. I'm going to be recording for a wide screen format and also for vertical formats. I'm doing two different formats. So we're recording at the same time. And look how clean the garage is. Look at it. Ready? Wow. We're clean again. Everything's so clean and tidy. I love it. And at some point during this live, we have this piece of petrified wood to do a giveaway on. So stick around for that. I will not do it during this live, but I will at least sand it down to get rid of all the saw marks on both sides. I won't polish it. I will sand it. Unless you want to do it yourself. Either way. But let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. We're kind of at a weird angle with the stand right now. So we're going to do some adjusting really quick. Right, Sir Roxwell? I can slide across again. I might... So I don't know if you can see this or not. I do have a carpet here. The carpet is kind of mostly for... It's mostly for sound dampening when I'm doing videos. It doesn't really serve any other purpose. Because if I drop a rock, it's going to bounce off and still hit the concrete. So I can still kind of slide. So we got to do something. How do I want to do this? This is all the extended out, so I can't extend this out anymore. Maybe if we do this. Maybe do this. We're doing some camera adjusting here. Okay, that should work. Alright. So we're not blocking the other cameras. Yeah, no more tripping over rocks. I'm going to lock this in place. I'm going to lock this in place right about here. Should be okay. And we might be able to adjust this. Can we twist this downwards? No, we can't. It's okay. We can adjust this part though. This is the part about filming that's kind of a pain in the rear, is constantly adjusting tripods and camera mounts. The lot that actually goes into it. I'm going to check our camera over here, make sure it's lined up in where I want it. No, it's not. So we're going to do this. Make sure it's on video. Perfect. I would like to have it right here though. Okay. That's locked in place. Now I got just this one again. Adjusting cameras on cameras. We'll have to do this again when we go to the 400 grid, I think. Okay. We should be good to go. How much power is on this phone? That is 69%. That phone should be also good to go. Okay. So, again, if you are not here, we're going to adjust this right there. And adjust this one again. This sir rocks a lot. Make sure my chat is on the tablet on live chat. Perfect. Okay. And a my apron. Hope everyone's having a good Monday so far. We're going to zoom in just a little bit here. Right there should be good. Okay. And we're going to work on this right here. That's what we're going to work on. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on my other camera. Get that recording. There we go. Oh, nice. Nice, Janet. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get all these grinding marks out. This really shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna start off with the 280, right? 280. Yeah, 280. I'm gonna do a spot down here to kind of make sure that works. If it's not gonna be, if it doesn't do what I want it to do, then I'll go backwards to 140. But this does not take off that much material. We're just getting all the grind marks, so it won't take too long. At least I hope not. Hi there, Harold. Okay, let's go ahead and get this turned on. We're using Nova wheels. Sorry, I can't quite see stuff. Blue things in the way, but I don't have a camera mount on my left side. Sure is pretty. sorry, Sister Mary. I get it, though. Hi there, Fred. Fred, I got that invoice paid, by the way. Yeah, those are still pretty deep, so we're gonna go backwards a step. No, I'm not going to remove the matrix. I'm just getting rid of the grind marks from when they use the diamond wheel on this. Because the goal is to keep as much of it intact without removing a whole lot. So I'm trying to go quick with this wheel so I don't lose a whole bunch of material at all. I'm using air to kind of dry it off so I can kind of see where I'm at. Because again, I don't want to cut too much. You can already see a little bit. That's already looking better without all those deep grinding marks. So you still have this corner spot to do over here. So it's already getting there. Now, I've actually never worked on one of these, the water opals before. I've done a few of the regular Ethiopians, but not like the ones you have to keep on water. So this is kind of nice. It's kind of refreshing for once. I don't have to stress about it. Hi there, Meryl. Welcome, Meryl. Go ahead and work on that a little bit too. Tiles unite. Yeah, that matrix is pretty soft, so don't have to worry about that. The side of it. Clean up the side too while we're at it. Might as well. So there's already like a natural chip in that side, so we're gonna go ahead and flatten that chip out and kind of make it level with everything else. And Kyle donated a membership. Well, thank you, Kyle, for the gift of membership. Much appreciated. That was the North Star Danes. Nice. Figure since we're already making this a little better, might as well make it a little bit more better. it's already coming out. We'll do the same thing with that side. We'll just kind of flatten that out, make it look nice. Okay, it's gonna look at that color. Beautiful, beautiful. But this will stay in water because they need water so they don't dry out and crack and graze. But you know, it never hurts to do a little extra. Still there. Don't worry, Sister Mary. The opal's in good hands. I'm being very careful. Okay, that's been worked out. That's good. Let's get that flattened out a little bit. It is a big one. So what I'm doing right here, there was a little divot right there as well. I'm just getting that flattened out. Trying to get that out. Doesn't take much. Hi there, Brenda. Omer, this is not for sale. This has actually already been adopted. We did sell this over the weekend. So yeah, this stone already has a home. There was another one that we did show this last weekend that was 550. Now we gotta focus on this spot over here, and we have this corner all done. So we're gonna work on that spot. Show the other camera down here. Get that out. Omar, this one is not for sale. This one has already been adopted. But there is a slightly smaller one. I can probably see if I can bring it back here for a little bit. Take a video and post it on the other channel. And that would also, the other one would also need like a little reworking if someone really wanted it. Well, Harold, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Harold, for the super chat. I definitely appreciate it. Okay, so side's done, that side's done. That side's good. Little one right there. So we're gonna go ahead and get that little thing right out. Stand it down. Let's do this angle right here. That's why I have this nice little foam pad. Do a quick check. Alright, so that's where we're at so far. We do have to do this little spot right here. And there was another spot as well here in the corner. And there is that little chip right there. But I'm gonna use the 280 to do that one, and that'll at least get that smoothed out there. And then we're gonna work on here, there, and then we should be good to go to 280 after that. Hi there, Jim. Yeah, the orange wheel was 140, and that was like one of the best investments that I made for this machine. And then over here, right there, and then we should be good. Yeah. Hi there, Soundwave. Hi, Renee. Welcome in. Okay, now I should do that one corner over here. Yeah, Omar, I'm pretty careful with these. Definitely not my first rodeo with these opals. I mean, yeah, usually I let the wheel do the work. Oh, nice, Soundwave. Congratulations. Okay, we're good to go to the 280. We're going to turn that off, turn this one back on, and then this is where this should be fairly quick. Now that we're back at the 280, so I'm going to start on this side first. Again, sorry you can't see past that little blue thing. Actually, let's do this. Let's move it forward. We're going to turn off this camera for right now. We don't really need that much footage for this stage. I'm going to move you all to right in front of me so you can see what I'm doing. At least see a little bit of what I'm doing. camera stands so lock that in place. All right. Beautiful. Hi there, Quiggies. We're just using the 280 here to kind of go over any big scratches from the previous wheel, and this will also kind of help blend things, smooth it out. We want this to look absolutely better than it did before. Now we're not going for a polish, we're just going for better than it'll look like. Now the matrix here is soft, so not worry about the matrix itself. Just giving away company secrets. I don't mind giving away my information as far as how I do this stuff, because I love teaching lapidary. If I could teach lapidary full time, I'd be leaning heavily on that, and not a whole lot on the live sales. I mean, I do like selling rocks and handling all the rocks and giving a chance to people to get stuff in their collection, but I love teaching a lot more. It's okay, I'm not too worried about the mods. Not a big deal. Yeah, it's already looking way better. This stone's not for sale, Homer. Sister Mary, I believe you could do it. Alright, Kate. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm sorry, Armor. I don't know any Turkish. Wish I did. We got 35 likes and 90 or almost 90 people watching. Make sure to like the video. It lets me know that I'm doing something right. And it's free. It's free to like. Please and thank you. I do have other videos. If there's anyone new that's here that's watching, I do have other videos on the channel of how to cut and polish stuff. A lot of lapidary videos. This will eventually be its own video. It'll be a shorter video, but it'll be its own video. I just figured we can work this live, and you guys get a little bit behind the scenes of, you know, how I film stuff. There, Lexon, this is a Ethiopian water opal, and the people that had ground this down, they kind of left a lot of deep scratches in there, so we're just kind of making this look a little better than it did before. Thank you, Amy. Not sure what the comment was, but thank you. Okay. And that should be good enough for the next stage. Yeah. Thank you, Quiggies. And then, Sister Mary, you don't need to have like a GoPro or anything if you want to do videos. I use my phone. Phones, plural. I do have a GoPro, but I only really use that if it's like, if I'm out at the, you know, hammering rocks. I don't want to keep holding or dealing with the tripods. Yes, Brenda, for these, they do have to stay in the water. That's why I am okay with working on this, because I know that this machine will help keep it wet while we're working. But that is already looking much better, much better than it did. Oh, sorry, I missed that comment. No, like I said, I have a GoPro. I actually have an entire case full of other cameras and stuff. All right, let's go ahead and adjust the camera. For now, I'm gonna put this in the water until I can get everything adjusted again. Because once it's back in the water, and then Sister Mary, when I send this, I'm probably gonna have this with like some wet paper towels, some water, and then in multiple bags, so that way there's no chance of like any water kind of leaking out. And but yeah, look at that thing. Nice. Now we just need to adjust our cameras, which actually might be a little difficult. Come on. Let go of the bar. Thank you. I'm just going to tighten this right here. Lock that down. Oh, Sister Mary, please do. If anything, and then Sister Mary, when I actually upload the full video, so I'm going to show you here. Like I'm using this phone right here to do all the recording because it's in like much higher definition. This will also be uploaded too. I'm going to actually try to upload this fairly quick. That we can have a nicer version than this live, because the live, it does okay, but like it's not going to have the same kind of video quality. Hi there, whatever, man. Look up clone bags here. Perfect water opal. Yeah, Soundwave, I should probably... it all depends on how quick I can get this, get those bags, because Sister Mary does have a closed box, and I want to get this out as quick as possible. Whatever, man. I am currently not really doing custom lapidary at this time. For this project, I offered to do it to make it look pretty, just because my current time constraints. But in the future, I might be offering to do custom lapidary again, depending on what it is. Nice, Janet. I was taking pictures of her going with the camera set up. Boop. So this is kind of what we're doing right now. We have 2 cameras going on. Yeah, whatever, man. Thanks for asking, though. And we're gonna move this light over here, just like that. We're gonna adjust this light just a hair, and we're gonna adjust the cameras just like this. And I think we have a little bit of a glare on that lens, so please hold. Adjust this down. That's better. Perfect, perfect. All right, here we go. What is this? Sorry, I always forget. Is this 400 or 600? I think it's 600. So this is 600 grit. Go ahead and start recording on this device here. And recommend adjust this camera. Adjust this one a little bit as well. Rocky Mountain Bear. And that camera equipment's important though. You gotta have the gear. Make sure everything locks in place. But Rocky Mountain Bear, I'll show you what I'm using right now. If you have just a desk, these ones just clip onto a desk, and then I have these ones that they can clip onto a bar. So Rocky Mountain Bear, I can try to find the link for it if you want to have the ones that you can just clip onto like a regular bar. I bought like 2 of those. That way I can do stuff like this. All right. Okay. Okay. That is a nice. I keep waiting for the tax people to be like, "Why do you keep buying camera gear from Amazon? Like, don't you have enough?" And if they ever ask, I'm like, "No, I can never have enough camera gear." Homer, this one's not for sale. Not for sale. This one's already been bought. It is a big opal. We're just kind of using the 600 grit here to further get rid of all the scratches from the previous stage. Sister Mary, is this one going to be for your personal collection, or are you gonna sell this one? Yeah, whatever, man. Send me a message. I think you asked me that before. I do offer consignments. It's on the website. So if you go to worldofrockhounds.net, there's a page that goes over all the information. Yeah, I do offer consignments, and it's pretty simple. It's a 50-50 split, and then once I get paid from all my customers, then I get you paid through PayPal. If you have PayPal, and you don't have to worry about having to deal with invoicing or packing or any of that kind of stuff. I do all that. And if for whatever reason I don't have someone that pays and they kind of ghost me on their invoice, then that becomes my problem and not yours. John. Then really the only thing I ask is to make sure, and it says on the webpage too, that if you want to do consignment stuff, to make sure you have everything priced and like labeled on what it is or what you think it is, and that way it helps people to kind of get it out there faster. Sister Mary. We got this side already. Okay. We'll do another once over here. We'll do a good once over. We'll dry it. Again, I'm not going for exactly for a perfect polish, but I will at least take it at 1200. I mean, this is already way better than it was. Like 1,000 times better. But we just want to make sure we get as many of the deep scratches. Do double check before this goes to its home. John. And this helps to kind of make sure to kind of all the edges are blended the best we can. Allows the light to kind of help penetrate the stone while it's in the water. It really helps show those colors. This stone is already an attraction. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but like the colors keep dancing as they're moving. It's such a distraction. It's a good distraction, but a distraction. Actually, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not. The other time I'm going to leave it alone, because I can always zoom in with the editing program. I'm glad you all can make it today. Hang out while we clean this one up, make it look a little better. That's a fair point, Rocky Mountain Bear. To keep the sun moving. It's like art and makeup. Gotta keep blending. Geek. So that is from the 600 grit. There's one spot up here, right there, I'm going to touch up. And the rest of it should come out with the 1200 just fine. Beautiful. Look at that. Honestly, Sister Mary, I feel pretty honored that you actually allowed me to do this. Because some people would be like, it's fine. So this is actually kind of a really beautiful stone. I'm happy that I can work on this. So we're going to find that spot again. It was right up here towards the top. Well, there, Opal guy. Excuse me. Kiersey? Kiersey fell asleep but woke up for this. Aw, thank you, Kiersey. I gotta go to Home Depot too and do some bubble wrap after this. Ah, dang, whatever, man. Well, I'm glad you can make it today. I'm sure some people turn off the notifications because how often I am live. And for those people that like don't really care about the live sales, that only prefer the other content, I feel bad. And we're just gonna do a quick touch up on this face, just to be sure. Quick touch up right here to be good. Blend it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off that video. And then next, we're gonna go ahead and do the 1200 grit, and we'll be done with after 1200 grit. So again, we're not going for polish, we're just touching it up. But man, look at those colors! My goodness, my goodness, that is just, man. Hello, Kevin. This is a Ethiopian water opal. And I have been blessed with the opportunity to do some retouching because it needed it very badly. So up next, we're going to do the 1200 grit. And I need to adjust this camera really quick. So we're going to maybe just do this. We're going to bring it back, adjust it like this, lock it in place. Just like that. And we're also going to adjust you guys right here. I should try to do this more often. When I'm ever doing a lapidary live, I can make a longer form video and upload it in better quality. Alright. Next one, 1200 grit. Again, these are the No Wheels by Diamond Pacific. I am not sponsored. I do not have an affiliate marketing with them. But I believe Kingsley North might have these, I think. And I do have an affiliate market with Kingsley North. I just don't remember what the link is. So it is in the link tree somewhere. So if you have the ability to go to the link tree to get lapidary stuff, please click on the link. It helps me out. I don't get a lot of money off of it. I get like a really small percentage, but every bit helps. Well, nice Christian. Also, welcome in. Get this phone camera turned on here. Record. All right, up next, 1200 grit. Oh, okay, cool. Whatever, man. I am here in Oregon. Hi there, Kelly. Kelly's catching the best part of the live now. And then after we do this, we'll do a giveaway of a petrified wood slice. It kind of does rocky mountain bear. I saw that too. It kind of has like that kind of like a lake bottom look to it. Well, now Kelly, I should go back and rewatch my short video that I posted. Make sure I didn't say 5 instead of 2. I was pretty tired when I made that, so before I got my second win, and then it was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning again. I need to stop doing that. hard when you're just awake. The working opal is very similar to working with obsidian, where the only difference is that opal, a lot of them actually, can have the tendency to craze if they dry out too quickly. Now, if this is the water opal, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about how much water it's absorbing because it's already been in water. But it works pretty similar to obsidian. You gotta take your time, checking your work, looking for any scratches before going to the next stage, and just take your time with it. Don't rush it. No worries, Kelly. Especially with this stage, you always want to double check before, like since I'm not taking this to the polish wheel, you always want to double check before going to the polish wheel. Because if you miss something, if you're trying to get a good polish, it's going to show. And you don't want that. SI do some pretty cool stuff. It really is. Did they really recommend there? I did not know that. I kind of live under a rock. But Kyle has jokes, but I'm being. I've got a lot of beautiful colors. This stone is a distraction as I'm working because this is like the flash is like right there. Kelly, I actually have not, but I do have boulder opal on my shelf that I bought with intention to work. I'll show you here in a minute. Jim. Yeah, going backwards is not fun, but it is definitely necessary. Yeah, Kelly, I'll make sure to work it. I'll do a video on it. Okay, let's do a check here. Let's grab these really quick. Yeah, I do have a couple boulder opals. See, I do have a couple. Zoom in. Oh, my fingers are probably too wet to zoom in. Uh-oh. Hold on. Yeah, they're done one. There we go. See, I do have a couple boulder opals. So I got that one, and I have this big one right here. And I think I was going to slab these up. Maybe. Go ahead and... But let's check our work really quick. So the stone is still wet. That is much better. So yeah, like I said, we weren't going for a polish, we were just cleaning it up to get rid of all those really deep gouges. However, I'm going to take this back to the 1200 because we're not quite done yet. There's a couple spots to see that can be touched up a little bit. So let's turn on the machine again. We're really going to move this down. Really keep it moving. I am adding a little bit of pressure, not a whole lot. No, if it's in the water, it's not really gonna matter. But it's just the fact that if you know that's gonna look nice, even if it's like temporarily dried off, that's kind of the nice part. Hello, Jordan. Recording on that as well. Okay, I was. That's better. It's a bit wet. Okay. Turn off here. And that is after 1200. Now, if this was any other opal, the cerium oxide would finish that off. And do, actually, hold on. I gotta do this side with 1200. I missed that side. So we gotta do this side, and then that side's good. So we just gotta do this side really quick. See, that's why I double check. That's why I double check. But yeah, that's much better. So let's do that really quick. Shouldn't take too long. Is it this side? There's that side right there. Hey, Anderson says, you got me inspired to go work on some library of my own, Appy Dappy. Well, good luck, Age of Anderson. Thanks for popping in. Good luck. I'm glad I can inspire you to be productive. Being productive is good. I'll hit it again, just be sure. Jamie, excellent question. The drying device is an air compressor. I'll show you here. So before I used to use like a lot of like towels and rags and it just trying to find a spot to dry a towel became a headache. So for my fossil prepping stuff, I got an air compressor. I'm like, you know what? I also have another idea. So I just went to Harbor Freight, got a little nozzle, a little gauge, and that's what I use. Okay, now we're done. Now it's done. So that is basically a pre-polish. I'm just going to go ahead and dip it in the water over here. So now we have water on it. Man, look at those colors. Wow. You're pretty. You're pretty good looking. Nice. Again, thank you, Sister Mary, for adopting this stone and allowing me to work on it. Man, look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot of B-roll footage as much as possible, because that is just absolutely stunning. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna be making a couple videos, I think. So if you guys see a bunch of like short videos, it's because I can't get enough of looking at this, because that thing's beautiful. Howdy there, Liz. Of course, the water is a little bit murky from having, dipping my hands in there often. But yeah, once it's in the water. Once the water's a little cleaner than what I have right here. Because again, I dipped my hands in here a few times. It's gonna be hard to see. It'll look better. Hello, yes, this is live right now. That is Sister Mary's. Let's go ahead and zoom in. See the water. The water will just help, because it also has that special lighted display, which is actually over in the studio right now. Of course, I'm fogging it up. So yeah, that's going to be absolutely stunning. Hello. Now for the second part of the live. If y'all remember, we were going to do a giveaway for petrified wood slice. And we're going to... I just realized I don't have any pen or paper in here. I got a pencil. See, when I'm in the garage, I have a better understanding what's happening around me because I have a camera system right there. And whenever I'm in the studio, which is that little white building right there, I have no idea what's going on. So like I rely on my ears to kind of be like, hey, what's going on? And we need a tablet, which I'll grab in a second. I might even need y'all's help if you're on a computer, since my laptop is in the studio. Get these turned on here. No worries, hello. Sometimes YouTube can be weird. I'm gonna put y'all right here for a second while I adjust this camera stand. Here. And then I'm gonna go grab the petrified wood slab. Ready? Here we go. Apparently I have to sweep better. See how far can I scroll up in chat here? Okay, cool. I can actually scroll up quite a bit. Cool. Yeah, 50 people in here. Okay. So this petrified wood little slice here is courtesy of Brian over there at 775 Rock County. And so it's this slab right here. I will sand it. I'm just going to do a kind of a brief sanding. As far as I'm going to use a high-speed sander. Adjust the camera a little bit better here. It's John. Well, I still live with the amount of cameras I have. The CIA has nothing on me because there's what? There's those 4 cameras, and then whenever I have like kind of garage door open and doing something here, there's 3 cameras in here when I have them on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Ring cameras, and I bought 3 more if I'm ever having the studio open for people to be in there. And then I'm gonna buy another hardwire system for the studio for inside, and see if I can get a couple outside cameras to come out outside so I can kind of see what's going on around me. Cameras for days. Yeah, so for this petrified wood slice right here, I will use a high-speed sander on it to really make the process quicker, and then I will take it to my expanding drum sanding machine, and then fine-tune it a little bit. But I'm not going to polish it, but I will sand both sides to make it look pretty. And drones, yeah, I have my drone too. Was actually in here. Let's see here. Question: can you sell a raw high-end sapphire or ruby or jadeite? Whatever, man. Send me an email. Actually, no. Yeah, send me an email, whatever, man. And that we can kind of figure out what the prices would be if you were to send them over for like the price for me to sell, and I can tell you if it's gonna be too much, depending on how much it is, because you know I do know my customers fairly well, and I know kind of where the price range is for the stuff that you can either sell or sit for a long time. So reach out and let's talk to kind of see what the prices would be. Focus. Okay, that's the number. I'm gonna put the number on the back right here, and I'm gonna type in chat here. So we have 46 people. So let's see here. And I am going to do this. Perfect. All right. Pick one number between 1 and 100. First person close or spot on gets the slab and go. We'll run it for just like a minute or so. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the chat the best I can here, and I'll have this ready to go. Okay. And yeah, I'm glad everyone can hang out here in the garage today for Laboratory Live. I know it's been a minute since we've done one, but now that things are slowly getting tidied up and quasi put together, we'll make sure to do some more Laboratory Lives. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tease you all for a second here. I see one person that's close. Yeah, and then I don't know if you can see it behind me here, but I have I still have to clean this thing off. My fossil prep box. I had this outside for a hot minute, and so it has the baking soda on there that I gotta clean up and wipe down. That way it's nice and clean in here. And there's still a few more things I gotta clean up too. Make it all nice and clean and organized. Yeah, see one person that is close. We'll give it another we'll give it a few more seconds. Yeah, I'll see you again on the. Actually, no, Loo, if you're going to be free tomorrow night, Amy will be live tomorrow night. Actually, let me backtrack. Assuming that Amy's feeling well enough, she'll be live tomorrow night. I will keep everyone posted, but I'm going to assume that she's going to be live. Amy, are you going to be live tomorrow? Thank you, Akira. And then, while we're here, I might be able to see that. What I have to make for the new studio. You see these things above me? Those sound panels? I got to make a bunch of those for the new studio to kind of help absorb some of the sound, make it good for recording, so we don't have so much of an echo. Amy says yes. So yes, we'll be live tomorrow. So it's tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific time. Amy will be live. And so we got to kind of pick some stuff out tonight for tomorrow, or pick stuff out tomorrow for tomorrow. Thank you, Sister Mary. Yeah, so yeah, Sister Mary, I can't remember if I told you this or not, but like my channel when I started it was just lapidary stuff. Like the live sales kind of happened. I know my friend Josh, he's the one that reached out. I was like, hey, I had to go back and reread the chats between him and I. And he originally wanted me to polish stuff for him, like do lapidary stuff. I'm like, I really don't have time. And then he later came back. He was like, hey, like, how would you want to sell rocks for me? And I'm like, I don't know. So him and I went and sat down, and we made a plan. He's like, yeah, everything's split 50-50. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And so I started off I did like 2 TikTok lives. Didn't like it. The algorithm is too volatile. It's like, you can have like 5 people, or you can have like 500 people. It can like really like just do this. Did not like that. And so found my family here on YouTube. Hi there, BP. And yeah, and here we are. I started on YouTube for live sales a little over 3 years ago in December, and this month will be full-time 3 years. Well, thank you, Sister Mary, for watching some of the old videos. There are some older videos I think that actually are on the member side of the channel, which you're a member, so you should be able to see some of the old videos where I'm like really awkward. All right, let's go ahead and stop the guessing game here. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop. Boop. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around here so you can all see. The number was 25, and I believe, scroll up here, that should have been Doug, because Doug was like right out of the gate with 24. So Doug, congratulations. You won the petrified wood. Boop. So Doug, I'll work on getting that sanded and put into your open box. So congratulations. And we don't need the tablet here anymore, so I can get rid of the tablet. Actually, I'll keep the tablet going. You're welcome, Doug. But yeah, aside from some dirty laundry. So for the new studio, I will have more shelves similar to this put up. So I'll do something like this where it has like the trim and the lights underneath in the new studio, but they're gonna be like a lighter gray, not super dark, not super medium, but kind of like in between. I think I'm just gonna get the pre-made ones from Home Depot. In fact, what I might do with the new shelves, I might do like a light gray for like this, and like do a dark gray for the trim, and then have the lights underneath. And these lights I just got off Amazon. They work pretty well. And then yeah, so when I get the new space up, I'll leave a lot of the rocks in here. So these are mine, my personal display. I like having it as a backdrop. And then eventually I will tidy things up once the new shelves are in the new studio. And then that way I can have a backdrop in there. And then I'll also have some collection in there, so whenever we're showing rocks and do a little tangent, we can look at some cool rocks. Yeah, this hole's pretty cool. This one right here, I've been trying to carve away the jaw right here, and then separate it. And Randall actually, I still need to try these right here. But I'm trying to separate the jaw, and then I might even remove some of the teeth and put some different teeth in there. It's been on the back burner a little bit. Can't imagine why it'd be on the back burner. And then yeah, got gnomes everywhere. And then a little gnome over here too. Some of the stuff will end up into the new space though. I might even just kind of redecorate with different specimens over here, and then move a lot of the stuff into the other space. Shiplab. Yeah, some of the stuff I don't even want to sell. I think I'm gonna keep that one. Oh, nice, Georgian. That's cool. I should do the same thing. I have is it in here? I don't think it's in here. I have gold leaf somewhere. I use it for an old project. But yeah. So for anyone that's new that's still lurking, this is our space. Nice and quasi tidy. It's not perfect yet. This is what happens when you leave cheap wood outside. I gotta paint that with some Kill Z and then touch it up. And then got my Cab King, which I still have not even touched since I bought it from Josh. And I'm probably gonna slap that. I need to get a new table. One of these tables right here, and you get the shorter one that used to be over there. Put a new one over there, and then that will be the kind of the cab corner, like the cab machine corner will be over there. And then keep on tidying up my little to-do shelf of stuff to either put away or stuff to do. I have the spot underneath the kitchen window to fix, and I actually keep that in the studio because I got a bunch of spackling to do. Oh man, I would love to stay in chat, but I have to go to Home Depot because I am for sure out bubble wrap. I don't have any up in the overhead storage. So I need to go get a bunch of bubble wrap, and then I think chocolate milk sounds really nice right now. So I might get some chocolate milk on the way to Home Depot. Take us with you, says Boot. But everyone have a wonderful day. Again, Amy will be live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know what we're doing yet. We kind of wing it, right before the live sale. So it's gonna be a surprise for everybody. So I will see you tomorrow. Even though it's Amy's live, I'll be in the background. I'm her IT/camera guy / helper. I help her for free. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And here soon I will upload the Opal video from earlier, so that we have kind of a longer form content with better quality footage, and even short form content for those that don't want to watch the long form version. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And here comes the boop. Boop. And boop. Bye.